in 1978, when multiple breakthroughs were happening in the animation industry, Walt Disney Studios released Steamboat Willie, the first animation piece to be synchronized with sound. This breakthrough was extremely popular within the public, plus it made animation become a viable part of the entertainment business. This led to a string of progress in animation technology, such as the use of color, the creation of the multi-plane camera, and the ability to create a full feature film, like Snow White. However, within the last few decades, traditional hand-drawn animation has been increasingly put aside to make room for computer graphic imagery. Does that really mean the world is done with traditional hand-drawn animation?
60 years after Disney's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs defined the art form, there's a revolution in animation. The Hollywood moguls have decided that hand-drawn animation is a thing of the past. The future now lies only with animation created by computers. So does this mean the end of the line for traditional hand-drawn characters?
Oh dear, what an awkward situation.
There may be a revolution, but there are so many signs that point to the fact that hand-drawn animation is an art form which remains admired by the world. Anyone can see by the way characters have lasted nearly 100 years and keep staying popular, just shows that they have the potential to keep capturing the attention of audiences. For example, who's ever been to a theme park can probably second how crazy people can get about meeting their favorite characters. The dying success in traditional animation was only due to the breakout popularity of Pixar's Toy Story. Of course, other studios dropped their hand-drawn animation departments to follow Disney's lead, because, let's face it, Disney has set the course consistently for the past 90 years. Then, in 2002, a new award was created at the Oscars for Best Animated Film.
The art of animation has come a long way from the early days. Now, instead of being hunched over drawing tables, creating thousands of individual cells, animators are hunched over computer keyboards, creating thousands of merchandising opportunities. And the Oscar goes to Shrek, Aaron Warner.
This is the first Academy Award nomination and the first Oscar for producer Aaron Warner.
All of the nominees were computerized. Not one single studio offered a hand-drawn film. Well, personally, I'm still surprised Jimmy Neutron was invited to the Academy Awards, but that's beside the point. In 2008, Disney put a test to compare the two styles by releasing Princess and the Frog and Tangled within just a few months of each other to compare their success. First of all, Princess and the Frog received very little marketing. Its trailers used past Disney films as a crutch, as if they didn't quite believe in the film themselves. Secondly, the film had a boring, unoriginal title that made the movie come off as being too girly and didn't appeal at all to boys.
I suppose you want a kiss.
Kissing would be nice, yes?
Tangled, on the other hand, received a gender-neutral name and appealed to a wide range of people, as it had an exciting trailer and still had the beautiful princess that needed saving.
Here comes the smolder.
Or something along those lines. The point is, Princess and the Frog was some amazing animation and a great movie that got good reviews. However, they gave up on hand-drawn animation because it took too long and wasn't getting enough in return. Disney and other studios had laid off 40% of their hand-drawn animation departments back in 2004. That's 4 years prior to even having the Princess Showdown. This is a great example of how it has nothing to do with the animation, but the fact that original and unique twists on stories keep getting the CGI design while we associate tired old stories with hand-drawn animation. After Princess and the Frog, Disney announced that they had no more hand-drawn films in the works, or planned in the near future. However, they expressed their delight of the new stories the CGI team was building up. In this interview with John Lasseter, the president of Pixar, he discusses how art is not lost in computer imagery.
The foundation of Pixar is that art challenges technology and technology inspires the art.
Then, in 2012, before their featured film began in theaters, Disney made their signature short to precede the movie. The short was called Paper Man and was a crowd favorite, The short won more awards than the film it preceded, and the biggest praise was the way it mimicked hand-drawn animation. While it is still a gift what an artist can do with computer imagery, it's just not the same effect as being able to watch a figure come to life with just a paper and pen in front of you. Proof of that is that we have artists trying to make CGI look hand-drawn. And what's the point in that? Can't we celebrate the two different types of animation at once? Why do we have to choose one over the other? There are both fans and artists who are still crazy about traditional animation. And with all of those artists out of work, many fans have even started to fund their favorite artists personally. Here, you can see the beginning works of the in-progress film, Hullabaloo. It's a steampunk-inspired 2D animated film that's being created by artists who have worked with studios from Disney to DreamWorks and are being backed by fans. Since they didn't have the studio to back them up, the artists pleaded for $80,000 as a starting investment, and fans answered by raising $588,000 throughout 2014. As a thank you, the artists make 2D animation drawing tutorials online, and even give original art to larger donors. The world loves hand-drawn animation. It's full of nostalgia and imagination. It's been passed down from generation to generation, and it's still beloved. It's a tradition that we just won't let go of. CGI is great entertainment, and it's an alternative to hand-drawn work. However, traditional 2D animation is just too enjoyable to be replaced, and it's too valuable of an art to be let go. So, be prepared for a comeback of hand-done animation, because it's not going to be gone for good.